Hello, and thanks for coming to Child Abuse Awareness. I did not schedule this one for to be in advance. I had seen the story and just decided I'd go ahead and start it. Matthew 18, verse 6. But who shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me? It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use excuse me, permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So I want to go ahead and get this story out there about a university student. I cannot pronounce the guy's name, but it looks like it's Kein Chau, age 54, from Washington. He stabbed his stepdaughter 107 times, who was defending her mother. Hello there, Jackie. Good to see you too. Praying for you. I seen you in the other live. I'm hoping and praying that you get a lot better. This is a sad story with the stepdaughter. She was in college. She did not deserve this. Go ahead and share the page. Y'all know me, I don't just talk about it, I like showing the proof. Okay. Student dies after being stabbed 107 times by the stepfather as she tried to protect her mother. Please say. I don't know how to pronounce the first name, so I call him Kein Chau, 54, told Seattle police I killed somebody after allegedly stabbing Angelina Tran, age 21. You are quite welcome. Look how beautiful of a girl. She did not deserve what happened to her. This is who he stabbed over 107 times. And this was 19 hours ago, the story was in the Independent. She was a 21-year-old University of Washington student, was allegedly stabbed more than 100 times by her stepfather as she tried to protect her mother. Angelina Tran GoFundMe page. Oh, yeah. A Washington College student who had a passion for helping others was stabbed over 100 times after she stepped in to protect her mother from being attacked by her stepfather, according to a court document. Angelina Tran, age 21, was awoken in the early morning hours of August the 7th to find her 54-year-old stepfather, Kanchu, repeatedly punching her mother in the face at their home in the Beacon Hill neighborhood of Seattle, police said. When Tran tried to intervene, her stepfather turned the attack on her, which allowed her mother to break free and run downstairs to call 911. Tran and her stepfather continued to struggle, and they both fell near a folding dog kennel in the middle of the room. According to the probable cause statement, Cho then dragged a piece of the dog kennel with Tran on top of it toward the kitchen and grabbed a knife. Cho repeatedly stabbed Tran as she fought back and continued even after she stopped displaying signs of life, according to the document. She continued to try and fight Cho off, and at times turned her back toward him, resulting in her getting stabbed in the back. Cho paused the attack on Tran several times to change clothes. You hear that? He even went and changed his clothes to grab a meat cleaver to replace a knife he was using, and another time to search for his wife. Angelina Tran's intervention allowed her mother to escape and hide in a nearby bedroom, but the defendant did not stop his attack, prosecutors said in the criminal complaint. The initial assault on Tran's mother and her own violent stabbing was captured on home surveillance camera, police said. It's got all the proof. It showed how Chow paused to change clothes because of all the blood and selected a different knife and meat cleaver from the kitchen drawer before he continued stabbing Tran. He's a monster for sure. He deserves a death penalty. We don't need to keep him alive in jail. We don't need to see. He don't deserve that. Seattle police arrived at the residence at about 5 a.m. to find a blood-covered Cho holding a large, bloody, fixed-blade kitchen-style knife, which he dropped when ordered to do so by officers. I killed somebody, he reportedly told police, according to the charging document. Tran was pronounced dead at the scene after being stabbed 107 times in the torso. Her mother was transported to the hospital for her injuries. Shaw was taken into custody and charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder in connection with the attacks. He remains held at the King County Correctional Facility on $5 million bail. You don't need any bail. Shaw also told police that he started bickering with his wife about money in the living room area on the top floor, that he hit her in the face because he was angry. That ain't no excuse. That is no dang excuse for hitting. Walk away if you're angry. He explained that he thought his wife would divorce him and take his money, even though she never said this to him, but he thought it to be true, the document detailed. Oh, so he rather serve time in jail? Hmm. He rather murder? Wow. He rather murdered them than to turn any of the money over to them. And she never even said that she was going to do this. But everybody knows that a woman don't want to be beat like that. If you didn't want her to leave you and stuff like that, she wouldn't let you. An arraignment that was scheduled for Wednesday was postponed to August the 31st because Chow is medically unavailable, according to the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. A GoFundMe was created for Tran, who is described by as an incredible daughter, a cherished friend, and above all, a perfect girlfriend. Very shocking, isn't it? She was committed to making a difference in the lives of elderly individuals, the GoFundMe reads. She excelled in her studies with just one more year remaining at the University of Washington in Seattle. Her dedication and hard work were truly admirable. The pain of her absence is profound, as she was a gem of a human being. The impact she had on all those fortunate enough to know her was significant. This is horrendously, and I'll show you how the GoFundMe. This is her GoFundMe account, and it says, "His benefit National Asian Pacific Center on Aging. In love and memory of a cherished soul, we say goodbye on August the 7th. She graced our lives as an incredible daughter, a cherished friend, and above all, a perfect girlfriend. She excelled in her studies, with just one more year remaining at the University of Washington, Seattle. Her dedication and hard work were truly admirable. The pain of her absence is profound, as she was a gem of a human being. The impact she had on all those fortunate enough to know her was significant. Her radiant smile was a source of immense joy, and though the ache of her loss is deep, we believe Angelina would want us to stand strong and keep our smiles bright. Angelina possessed a deep love and compassion for the elderly, and she held a strong desire to support them in any way she could. Yes, he was a narcissist for sure, Jackie. In honor of Angelina's memory and her passion for helping others, we have established a fundraiser. All contributions received will be directed towards the National Asian Pacific Center on Aging, reflecting Angelina's spirit and her commitment to making a difference in the lives of elderly individuals. Your sport is not only a tribute to her, but also a contribution of her legacy of care and compassion. Edit. There's a misconception as to why we are setting up a GoFundMe page for Angelina, where the money goes towards the National Asian Pacific Center on Aging. The reason why we are doing this is because this is what Angelina's family and her mom wanted. They asked me and my friends to set up this GoFundMe page for charity. Angelina spent years of her life dedicated to improving the lives of the elderly through volunteer work, which is why we set up this GoFundMe page for the National Asian Pacific Center on Aging. We received several emails that voiced a clear misunderstanding of the situation, some of which contained death threats. They gave, they had received some death threats on this one, y'all. If you do not want to donate, that's fine. Please leave us alone while we're still grieving over Angelina. Oh man, bad enough that the girl lost her life. And they're receiving death threats also. Oh man, that is horrendous. That is horrible. It's very unbelievable. So I'm glad I went to the GoFundMe page, Jackie, to see to see that. The mother is suffering enough because she was being abused. Can you imagine what she is going through? She's probably blaming herself because her daughter came and took the brunt. But the weird thing is, if he would have went ahead and killed the mom, he probably would have went in the bedroom then after the daughter. You know what I'm saying? He's that bad of a person. I hope he gets the death penalty. He wasn't able to be arraigned because of medical issues. But excuse me, what about their issues? Man, I don't see how you were healthy enough to stab somebody over 107 times and not be healthy enough to face your arraignment. Exactly. I could not imagine her sorrow either. I saw this story and I said, I'm not going to schedule this one. I'm just going to come right in here and get it done. But I have another one, I guess, about uh, in a little while about 10:30 my time. Because there's former residents of New Hampshire that former residents of New Hampshire's youth center demand federal investigation into abuse claims. A lot of these kids have been abused. There's over 1,000 cases, I believe, if I have read that correctly. Some of it was sexual, of course, and so I'll be going over that. And the state needs to do their job and get after these people and arrest these people who've done these heinous crimes to our children. But please pray for the mother of Angelina's. She needs the prayers. She needs the grace and mercy. Looks like she's taking the right steps and carrying on what her daughter wants to do and needs to do. She wanted to help the elderly. That is a wonderful soul that we just lost. The world lost a wonderful child. Okay. Yeah, I did. I got the email you sent me. Yeah, I did. I hope that you get plenty of rest as you can because I know you need to heal. And I think Eric gave you good advice about the kidney stuff, about taking the pill, the cranberry pill, and plenty of water. Probably wouldn't hurt me to probably get some of that because there's so many people that's going through having a lot of kidney failure, different levels of it. So thank you so much for being here. Take as much time as you need, and God bless you, Jackie. Thank you so much.